Gentlemen, 6 habits for you to adopt to become a more manly man. Number 1, exercise. Your life revolves around your health. And if you don't have good health, your whole life suffers. Believe me. I've made it an absolute priority, a commitment to working out 5 to 6 days a week, 30 minutes minimum, usually in the morning, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And I can honestly say over the last 6 months, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm healthy, I'm fit, and I can run rings around a lot of 20-year-olds these days. And I'm 42. Now, why would you want to adopt exercise? Why? I've outlined in a previous video the benefits of exercise, and I'll link those in the description. But exercise does more than just keep you healthy. It can have benefits for your whole life. One quick one that I'll go through is developing self-discipline. Working out consistently requires time, effort, and persistence. And all of those things that you develop through working out can be redirected into other areas of your life. Your career, your finances, your relationships. All of these areas can be greatly benefited when you exercise, because you bring that energy and you bring that mindset into those areas as well. The second manly habit, is reading. And not just reading online. I'm talking about actual physical books, paper books. I'll admit that I actually read a lot more digital ebooks than I do physical books, but I also read the newspaper every day. And I feel that it does 2 things. One, of course, it expands my knowledge and it expands my horizons mentally, but also it gives me time away from a bloody screen. We're so immersed in screens these days that we don't even realize just how detrimental they are to our health. They affect our sleep, they affect our mood, they affect our time, because we waste so much time on screens. But when you reconnect with physical books and even newspapers, you're practicing an art that's been practiced for a long time by a long not long, I'll reword that, practiced by so many gentlemen, so many men over hundreds of years, and something that can benefit you too. It not only expands your knowledge base, but it also expands your creativity, your imagination, your mindset. Take the time to read at least 30 minutes every day, and I can guarantee you, you spread that over 1 year, you'll be amazed with the results. The next habit, the third habit to being a more manly man, is cooking. It's so easy these days to just go down to the supermarket or restaurant and just buy something that's been pre-cooked, pre-made. Call it a meal. But it's another thing entirely to make that meal yourself. Not only do you create, not only do you benefit from a new skill, but you also strengthen your ability to work with limited resources. And what I mean by that is, the more skilled you get with cooking, the more skilled you get with food, the easier it is for you to create something out of nothing. You can create a 3-course meal out of 3 ingredients. That's an amazing skill to have. And it means that no matter what happens to you, food-wise, no matter what sort of food you have in your pantry or your cupboard, you can take it and just make a meal out of it. And one that can not just feed you, but feed everybody else in family, in fact. One other benefit for men, too, is that ladies are very impressed by a man who can cook. Take my word on that. Yeah, it's very easy to take a woman out to a restaurant, pay for dinner and things like that. It's another thing entirely to bring her over to your place and cook for her. I can guarantee you, you're really going to benefit from that. Fourth manly habit is respect. Respect for the people that you come in contact with in your life. There's going to be a lot of people in your life who will treat you pretty shitty. They'll treat you like you don't exist. They will treat you like you're the scum of the earth. They'll even ignore you. But a man respects everybody. From the shoe cleaner all the way up to the CEO. Everybody gets treated the same way. You treat people how you want to be treated. Now, it's very easy to get angry, get upset, frustrated with people. It happens. It happens to me too. But I notice very clearly when I treat everybody with more kindness, more respect, you get back a lot more. You'll get people willing to do things that you weren't even expecting. Does it happen all the time? No. Will it guarantee you a great life? No. But it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to be nicer to people, to be more respectful. It can only benefit you. It can only make you stronger, more confident, more grounded. And people are much more willing to help you get what you want. The next habit is grooming. You can see I'm not exactly well groomed right now. I'm probably not the leading authority to speak on grooming as you see me right now, but it's very important when you are putting yourself out there in the world that you have a decent appearance. When I say decent, I mean that you keep your basic hygiene on point and you dress nicely. You don't have to dress up in $3,000 Hugo Boss suits. You just have to look presentable. Now, if you have a beard like this, trim it. If you have stubble, shave it. If you smell, shower. Clean yourself. Put some deodorant on, some cologne. Just all basic things. But all these little things add up. And most people can't stand a man who is unhygienic, who doesn't look after their appearance. That goes with your clothes too. And make sure that your clothes are nice and clean, pressed preferably, ironed, so that when that opportunity comes around for you to really take your life to the next level, the people who you come in contact with will be impressed just by the way you look. And then you can take that to an even further level by really blowing them away with your confidence. The last habit it's a personal one. And it's something that I think a lot of men and a lot of people in general just lack. But it's something that can really set you apart. And that is awareness. Being aware of what's happening around you. Not simply going with the flow, with what everyone else is doing, but being aware of what's happening and doing your own thing and doing something different. What do I mean by that? I'll give you a classic example these days. Every time I commute, I travel to my business, my offline business, what I see is a lot of apathy. I see people walking around, buried in their phones, like this. Not even looking what they're doing, not noticing what's going on around them, not seeing the beautiful blue sky that's right in front of them, more or less. They just bury their heads in the sand, metaphorically, but they are escaping. They're not being present, being there in the moment. I see couples in restaurants where both of them are on their phones, on the screens, looking at stuff right in front of each other. They're not even talking. Why even bother? Why not just stay home? Be present. Be in the moment. Be aware of what's going on around you. Is it something that will make you outrageously successful? No, it won't. But I tell you, I guarantee you, it will set you apart from every other man out there. Because most men, and I say men very lightly, are too busy wanting to escape into a virtual world. You want to be a man, a real man? Get into the real world and stay there, preferably. So, gentlemen, 6 habits for you to think about implementing in your life that will help you become a better man. In my humble opinion, of course. So, gentlemen, get up there, get out there, get after it, and become the best man, the best version of yourself.